What is good, everybody? It's your kids from the neighborhood
Yes,
back
sir.
again, here to recap week 2 of the NFL preseason. And before we start, let's just give us a round of applause, man. Pat on the back.
No,
You know
thank
what
you,
I'm
thank you, thank
saying?
you, guys.
If you
Thank you.
tailed our picks, you went home with some money this weekend,
Oh
man.
yeah, some
The
big
boys
money.
were 5-1. We told y'all we got y'all with the lock picks. Do y'all trust us or do y'all trust us, man? We got what y'all need. We're gonna give it to y'all. I need a sports podcast, man. 5-1. Week 2 of the NFL preseason. I know it's not the regular season yet, but man, can't top that. It's always good to be positive, man. Boy, Cam locked y'all in with the Raiders pick. They pulled out a close really all the games this week were close.
Close.
Some nail biters. The Ravens almost choked away a 24-3 lead too. It would have ruined their streak, but man, you know what I'm saying? God was on our side. We pulled through, man. What you want to say about the week, Cam?
Man, I just want to say it's our year. It's our year.
It's our year, man.
It's our year,
Our
man.
year, man. Yes, sir. It is
Run
our year, man.
Run up on these bookies, man.
Vegas
Run
better watch
up.
out. We running their pockets this year, man.
For sure.
Yeah, man. We can start it off with the Thursday night game, which was actually going on when we when we were recording our last podcast. Bears and Seahawks. Bears, I mean, I know it's gonna be a slow season, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from Justin Fields.
Yeah,
They got Darnell Mooney, looking
Mhm.
like he's probably gonna be that number one guy. They still haven't played Byron Pringle. I know he's not like a bona fide wide receiver too, but for me seeing him play with my Chiefs these past few years, I know he can be a solid number 2, number 3 for Justin Fields. And I'm just hoping that line can stay up and protect him. And man, he's making some great throws. He's one of the best dual threat quarterbacks. He's big, got size, so he's able to break arm tackles. He doesn't necessarily have to slide, even though you want him to slide since that's the franchise QB. Man, they look good.
Mhm.
Granted, it was Seattle, who's probably one of the few teams that's in the worst position in Chicago this year, but they were up 24-0 at one point, finished the game 27-11. Like, hey man, Chicago did their thing. Boy, Justin Fields, I'm rooting for him. I know that's your guy, man.
Oh yeah, man. You know, I keep saying it, man. That's my guy, man. One of the best quarterbacks to come out, if not the best quarterback to come out out of Ohio State. He looked good. He looked good. I like to see more of Darnell Mooney, but I know it's still preseason. But that's gonna be his number one guy, and then also he got that tight end Cole Kmet. He should be a very good receiving tight end. So I just hope they get it together over there in Chicago, man. Like you said, they look good this week. So
They did. And word came in later this weekend that said their linebacker Roquan Smith, he's going to end his holdout, even though they couldn't agree to contract terms, and he's going to play. So, I mean, he's top 100 NFL player, all pro. Like, that's a nice pickup, to shore up some of those things on the defense side of the ball, maybe help them get some stops, get the ball back in Justin Fields' hand. On the opposite side, the Seahawks, I mean, it is what it is. Drew Lock was out this week with COVID. So Geno Smith really got all the play time. And he did not look good, just tripping over his own feet. And some of that is not all his fault. I remember sitting here when we were recording, I looked over and he threw a seam route to some receiver that hit him right in his hands on like a 3rd and long drop. So he definitely wasn't getting any help. But yeah, anytime you're getting shut out 24-0, even if it's a preseason game, that's not a good sight. Never good. Like I said before, Seahawks probably tanking for Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, whichever they want to. I don't think they could go wrong with either pick, but we'll see when it comes, which one they get. But yeah, man, nothing too positive to look for in Seattle. We can move off them. Friday had New England and Carolina. Now, unfortunately, a guy had just touched on for New England. Think they said he fractured his collarbone or something like that. Tyquan Thornton out of Baylor.
Oh yeah. How
He was
about that?
looking real nice. Now he's out for, they said, probably at least the next 8 weeks. So you probably won't see him until middle of the season, if that. And it's just tough because I was actually, when I was watching the game, I was just like, I seen him play at Baylor, but I kind of forgot. Like, he does have kind of a slim frame, and it's not funny, but I was sitting there thinking in my mind, like, man, to be like, putting up some good numbers and to go to wide receiver, he's really got a slim frame. Like, I wonder if, his body's gonna hold up if, he's running routes over the middle or getting hit by some of these bigger guys. And sure enough, like, I ended up turning the game off and I came back later that night and I saw it go across the screen, like, he's out with an injury and he probably gonna be out because it's his college. But I was like, dang, like, sucks because I was really looking forward to see him. He was gonna help Mac Jones. I mean, for what it's worth, even though they still don't have a top wide receiver core, but that's definitely a tough blow to the wide receiver core in New England, man.
For sure. A sneaky guy that's been playing very well for the Patriots. The receiver went to UT, Lil Jordan Humphrey, man. He kind of been balling this preseason. I know he had a good week one, also had a good week two this week. So watch out for him, man. He been I know it's against backups and third stringers and stuff like that, but hey man, he looked very well.
Yeah, no, 5 catches, 71 yards. He did look good, and I mean, last year I think he was with New Orleans, right? And he
Yeah,
got
he
he
was.
got some time running like actual games because New Orleans wide receiver core was so banged up and injured.
No.
So he's definitely got some experience. And like with the Tyquan Thornton injury, Lil Jordan Humphrey's probably gonna find himself on the field a little bit for that
Mhm.
meantime to start off the season. So he could definitely produce. Um, Still, don't have the answer to the offensive coordinator, but I mean, they were able to put up a little bit more points. Mac Jones got himself a drive, so he got his first type of game action to start the year. He went 4 for 8, 61 yards, nothing too serious, but they did score, so that's always good to see. And then on the flip side, Carolina, they just came out today, even though we probably could have guessed it already. Baker Mayfield is the starting quarterback week one, and they play his former team, the Cleveland Browns. I don't know what it was, but the NFL schedule makers were just in their bag this year, I guess, because they done set up all the perfect matchups with all the perfect storylines. And man, I don't know what his prop is gonna be, but I'll just give y'all a little tip and a heads up. Whatever Baker's throwing prop is, I'm taking it
Oh yeah,
versus
I'm
the
taking
rest.
it.
I'm taking it.
Oh,
And
I'm
I
hammering it.
hammering it. And I think they said Carolina's opened up as -1.5 favorites. Might have to sprinkle there too. I'm still not too sure about them as an overall team, but if they got Baker's throwing prop anywhere between like 250 yards, hammer that.
Oh
You
yeah.
got DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, healthy C-Mac. C-Mac liable to take a screen 70 if he get the right
Oh,
opportunity
easily.
easily. And DJ Moore is arguably top 15, top 12 receiver if you ask the
Hmm.
right person.
He
So
is.
I'm definitely taking that Baker prop. Unfortunately for them, I mean, even though they have Baker now, they got Darnold, their quarterback draft pick, Matt Corral of Ole Miss, he went down with I believe it's pronounced Liz Frank foot fracture, and he's probably out for the year. Now, yes, I was assuming he probably wasn't gonna get any playing time, but there were actually reports that said, depending on how the year went for Carolina, they were gonna try to get him some meaningful snaps. But that is unfortunately now out of the window. But hey, man, it's Baker time. I'm not gonna lie. I know you're not a big Baker fan, but went to OU. I watched him. I'm rooting for him. I think he's due for a good redemption year. That might not necessarily mean Carolina does good because they're in a not a tough division, but I think New Orleans and Tampa Bay are clearly better than them.
Hmm.
But I think Baker can make some noise to the point where he either solidifies a position as quarterback for Carolina or he's able to maybe get a contract somewhere else after it's all said and done this year. So I'm riding with him. I think he could do a little something. He got he
Hmm.
got a he got a few weapons out in Carolina. I wouldn't sleep on him too much. But
Yeah, for sure. Don't sleep on
moving on, man. Gotta touch on it. The one loss we had from the weekend, man.
him. Came from me.
It's okay, man. It's okay. Saints lost 10-20. They were well on their way to covering the +3. And what was they had a turnover at the end and let them score or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just sometimes just the way the ball swings, man. We thought New Orleans was due for, a better week after their showing against the Texans. Dennis Allen was kind of their head coach Dennis Allen was upset with the way they played in that game. But Jordan Love did his thing, man. He redeemed himself from his previous week performance, even though that wasn't necessarily his fault with those 3 interceptions week 1, but he did his thing. Packers took home the dub at home. So unfortunately, that is the one blemish. We couldn't have a perfect weekend. But trust me, it's coming.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
It's our year. It's coming.
Our year.
Don't worry about it. Keep telling us, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have y'all's picks. We're gonna get right. This we just getting warmed up and we 5-1. So man, stay tuned. But how you feel about the Saints taking the L, man?
It was tough to watch, man. But when you got Ian Book playing quarterback for you, there's only so much you can do. But man, I mean, Chris Olave, he looked good though. He caught him a little tutty, so they got that going for him. But other than that, man, Ian Book is so much you can do with him, man.
Yeah, no, it really is a limit with him, and like you said, Chris Olave looks good. Unfortunately, this week I don't think it's too serious yet, but you never know with Michael Thomas, because I mean, last year he was supposed to come back and he just never came back.
Yeah.
But they said he has minor hamstring issues, so he sat out of practice the other day. But I'm hoping and praying for our sake that he's healthy. That way, it's going to take pressure off Chris Olave, Jarvis Landry, Kamara, because I done already locked my pick in for the Saints to win in the NFC South. So I know y'all remember me saying that on a previous episode, but yes, my bet is locked in. I'm still riding with the boys, but we're gonna need a healthy Michael Thomas if that comes true. So
for sure,
I'm for sure hoping his hamstring heal up, man. If you need one, MT, and you listening, I got you. You can take mine. I do not need this. I'm retired. I work my 9 to 5. Got a good hamstring waiting on you, man.
Oh man.
And then moving on, man. I'm gonna just let you handle this one. You can talk all about this one because I know you was hyped watching your boys, even though it's preseason. They did take down the defending Super Bowl champs, man. Go ahead and speak on your boys, man. They went into LA and took out the Rams, man.
Hey man, what can I say, man? We 2-0, man. We 2-0, looking to go 3-0 next week. But hey, man, we looked very good, man. Davis Mills, man, he looked immaculate, man. I love me some Davis Mills. I call him Baby Luck. Y'all gonna hear me rave about him this whole year, so just be ready. But nah, man. I would also like to see Pep Hamilton, our offensive coordinator, call a little bit more better plays, but it's still early on, it's still preseason, so I just want to see them do better than that. But I was watching the game and I was seeing the running backs out there. I seen Marlon Mack, I seen Rex Burkhead, I seen all these other guys out there. I was like, where the hell is Damian Pierce at? And so after the game or whatever, it was either Lovie Smith or our what's called our GM came out and pretty much said, yeah, we seen everything we need to see out of him pretty much. So basically what they trying to say is he's running back 1. And so, boy, I'm so,
okay, I remember you text me saying, bro, I haven't seen Pierce and I'm getting back to like give him some touches. Well, that's actually good to hear because I was like, bro, after the way he was, I mean, I know it was just week 1, but I was like, the way he just looked and just how he's built, I was like, y'all would be crazy if you have Rex Burkhead running back too. Like, okay, I can see if Marlon Mack, you would give him the edge because of experience for now and eventually get Pierce in. But I was like, man, if y'all don't put him in, but I didn't know that. That's good to hear. So hey, you got your wish, you got Mills, you got Pierce, and the receiving core looked good. Nico Collins was
man.
in.
He caught a nice, beautiful ball from Davis Mills, went up and grabbed it. He's a 6'4" receiver, so he a big body, man. So he went up and grabbed that. I was like, goodness gracious, man. It's gonna be an exciting year for Nico, man. I can't wait to see him. Can't wait.
Yes, sir. And then I think your boy Stingley, he got his first burn this week. So how was he looking?
Sting, he did okay. He got burnt a couple of times, but it was zone coverage, so I wasn't like really like mad about it. But one of his pass deflections, man, he was basically out there running the route for the receiver. I was like, it was stride for stride. I'm like, my goodness, he gonna be nice. But yeah, I can't wait to see this regular season. We're gonna be very good, man. Not very good, but we're gonna be better than last year. So
Stingley Island coming soon because
oh yeah,
I did tune into the first quarter, and so when you had texted me saying Stingley playing, I was sitting in my kitchen eating. I turned the game on for that time period, and that's when I texted you. There go that Lance McCutcheon dude, because Stingley was on him and he ran like a crossing route, but he let him go. He did what he was supposed to do because, like you
yeah,
said, they were in zone. But McCutcheon got a catch. And I was like, that's when I text you back. I was like, that's that dude that I was telling you about. But yeah, man, he still had him a nice game, so he's probably really solidifying. He might be receiver 4 because the receiver room still deep. Cup, obviously, Triple Crown winner. Allen Robinson over there. And I mean, I seen some graphic the other day on him, and it was just talking about all the stats he put up, and his quarterbacks were Trubisky, Blake Bortles. Like, man has been producing all these career numbers with some of the worst quarterbacks. So I can only imagine what happens when he gets with Stafford and McVay's offense. That's gonna be dangerous. Still got Van Jefferson, and then now you bring in McCutcheon, and they got Higbee at tight end. So yeah, that Rams team is still scary. I don't know. We'll get to the previews, later in another episode about our full season predictions. But man, I'm leaning Rams NFC. I just know how hard it is to even make it back to second Super Bowl in a row. Yeah. So I don't know, but man, they're looking nice, especially if they can stay healthy, man. But moving on from that one, the next game was a straight blowout. And like I was saying about the Seahawks game, like, even though it's preseason, when you get blown out, that just don't feel good because that just means nobody is doing anything that they're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Buffalo Bills versus Denver Broncos in Buffalo. First sighting of Josh Allen. He's primed for a great year, man. I'm still not sold if he's, the MVP that everybody wants to make him out to be. He got to win that first, but man, in the short drive, we saw him 3 for 3 with a Houdini touchdown pass to that boy Gabe Davis.
Yeah, you're gonna hear him a lot this year.
You're gonna hear his name a lot. I don't know if y'all have had y'all's fantasy drafts yet, if y'all are playing, but me and this man here both have fantasy drafts in our respective leagues. We both picked up Gabe Davis, man.
I had to swoop him up.
He is gonna be. Diggs is obviously gonna get his touches, and on my team, I got Stephon Diggs too. So I'm not gonna lie, I have to be a Josh Allen fan, except the week he played my Chiefs. But Diggs gonna get his touches, obviously. But Gabe Davis might be giving him a run for his money for wide receiver 1 this year in Buffalo. He is that good. He's a big talent. And Josh Allen gonna find a way to get him the ball, and he can go up there and get it. I mean, I still have nightmares. That dude gave us 4 touchdowns in the AFC divisional game.
Crazy.
Was cooking us. I'm like, bro, how y'all shut down Stephon Diggs, but you can't shut down Gabe Davis? It's because Gabe Davis is like that. So if you haven't heard about him, man, mark it down. If you haven't drafted in your fantasy leagues yet, draft him.
Yes.
Pick him up.
Gabe Davis. He's going to get a lot of I'm predicting around like 9 or 10 touchdowns this year because
he's going to be a red zone threat.
Yes.
For real.
And Josh Allen is looking for him in the red zone.
He's looking for him now, like explicitly looking for him. It's not just, oh, where's Diggs? Let me get Diggs the ball. He's looking out for Gabe Davis, and it's going to be a good year for him, man. And on the other side, like I said, at one point, I think it was like 28 or 35-0 before Denver was even able to get on the board. Boy, Russell Wilson was out there doing, pregame warm-ups, going through everything like he was about to play. Denver, let's ride.
Let's ride.
And he just sat on the bench again, watched. I mean, I got them finished in second, but dang, they did not look good. I know obviously it's their backup, so I mean, you don't want to dig too much into it, but like they showed no signs of great football at any point in that game. So that was just the most worrisome thing there, but hopefully they can turn around. I would think maybe, week 3 is the final week of the preseason coming up this week. I think maybe Russ gets at least one drive. I don't think they hope. I don't know. Some of these coaches, I guess, have been saying, like, these joint practices help them get the looks that like they can see enough of what they want to see for some players. So that's why they'll just sit them out of the games. But I mean, I feel like you still want to get at least one drive under his belt for some live game action for the season start. Especially if you just let's ride. I mean, come on, we got to see something.
We gotta see something, man.
But I'm hoping he's able to turn a few things around and help my prediction then finish a second come true. But yeah, man, that didn't look too good at all. And then once Josh Allen got one drive. Then Case Keenum came in.
Ooh, tore it up.
Houston legend.
Yeah.
Case Keenum tore it up too. Like they were not missing a single beat. And let me just pull up his stats. Yeah. 16 of 18, 192, 1 touchdown.
Tore it up.
Just like I said, nothing positive from Denver that game, man. Next up, you got the Lions versus the Colts. And I don't know how much y'all pay attention to the NFL world if you're listening to this, but I would assume since you're listening to our sports podcast, you keep up with it a decent amount or so. If y'all keep up with a decent amount, you would have peeped that this week in the Hard Knocks episode, the Lions and the Colts had joint practices all week leading up to their game. And there was a clip that dropped of Jamal Williams and a defender, I think his name like Zaire Collins, I believe, on the Colts in one-on-ones, and he was running routes at the backfield and trying to block him. First one, Williams clearly won the route. I don't know why dude was hyped. He blocked him, hit him outside of the box, and it took him like 4 seconds to get to the quarterback. That's a win, technically. Like, as far as the game speed goes, that's a win. Next route, he goes out. Williams runs the out route, and he clearly yanks his jersey. Like, this man has a whole fistful of jersey in 4K. And then Williams isn't able to get to the ball because of that. And then the next one, I'll give it to him like that's a half win because he blew Williams up. But Williams was still there at the end of the day. And so these two were talking mess back and forth on Twitter. And that's leading into the game. And the Colts ended up losing by 1. And I know it's preseason, but man, that's actually really funny. Like we were saying last episode, we mess with Jamal Williams, man. Like he got us hyped for the season. And honestly, you need that type of fire if you're gonna turn anything around and change the culture up. And that just lets you know right there what type of player he is. If you didn't know, the Lions, man. I mean, it got to start somewhere. Winning football is winning football. So yeah. I mean, they're looking good. I think they are gonna be a tough out this year. Like, sure, they might not make the playoffs, but you are gonna have to fight and scrape for every win you get against them. And week 1, the Eagles got them. And I want to take the Eagles, but I'm like, it's in Detroit too. I could easily see Detroit just messing around and covering, but I don't know, man. That's just another, tip of where I'm kind of leaning. We're about 2 weeks out from the first start of the season, so it's gonna be interesting to see, man. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That one's kind of like a. Do I take it? Do I just stay out of it?
I might have to just stay out of it for my wallet's sake, but my gut's telling me lean Lions covering, but we'll see. I don't know how much you got to see the game, but your boy, we're back. Your boy was balling out this weekend for Indy. Sam Ehlinger, he had 136 yards, 9 for 11, 2 tutties, man. And their not first round draft pick, but the Alec Pierce, he's looking decent. He had him a nice little catch coming from Nick Foles off a no look. I don't know if you saw that clip on Twitter.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize they picked up Nick Foles. So, like, I mean, God forbid something does happen to Matt Ryan. Nick Foles is more than a formidable backup. But
yeah, he'll be all right.
Yeah, like we said, man, it's really this year or never for Indy. They got to do something, make some type of noise, or it's like you might have to blow some stuff up, or players might be looking for it out because they've been on the cusp of being one of the premier teams for 2-3 years now, and they just haven't gotten over that hump since Luck left. So definitely they got to get it done. I actually like the the call, Detroit was up 27-20 on the last drive. Colts drive down the field, scored a touchdown. There's no overtime in preseason, so coach said, "Fuck it, let's go for 2." They didn't get it, but I like to see the call, man. At least they're fighting for it. Which another coach who I don't like, and I'll touch on it later. He wasn't fighting at the end of the game. I'm not mad because it won us some money, but I'll touch on that later, man. Next up, you know what it is, man.
Yes, sir.
Chiefs, man.
Chiefs Kingdom.
And before I even talk about the game,
talk about your boys, man.
But what the fuck did I tell y'all, man? What did I tell y'all episode 1, man?
Call this shit.
Jody Forson, man. It was really a full, like, just perfect truth, like, coming full circle moment for him. Because oddly enough, or ironic enough, I totally forgot. The game he tore his Achilles last year was when we played Washington.
Oh, shit.
And then he didn't get to play in week 1 preseason because he was dealing with a bruised quadricep, I think, that he suffered in training camp. And this was his first week back versus Washington. And man, he's too big of a target to not use. You see where Mahomes is going in that red zone. Everybody focus on Kelsey. We didn't have McCole because he's dealing with a hamstring. Everybody focus on MVS. Where did Mahomes go? My guy Jody Forson. 2 touchdowns, 2 possessions back to back. The starting offense is now 3 for 3, and they're 3 drives. And it may not be the big play, but I'll tell you what, it's efficient. Each drive has been 12 plays, 80 plus yards, 3 touchdowns this preseason, man. We're looking scary, man. I know it's preseason, and I'm obviously biased, but man, watch out.
Looking scared.
Watch out. Y'all saying Mahomes is gonna fall off without Hill. Now y'all don't know who to guard.
Yeah, I was about to say you don't know who he's gonna throw to, so it's like he trusts everybody on that roster. So
right, and another guy that's on the come up that I talked about last week that was looking good on the second team. He got bumped up the first team with a call out. Justin Watson. He's probably gonna be wide receiver 5, but he's playing so good. He's gonna find reps in meaningful games this year. And Mahomes had one of his signature throws, man. Got pressure, flew the pocket, or got out of the pocket to the left. Defensive lineman right there. Excuse me, sir. Sidearm on the move, did not stop, on a dime, first down, on a third down where we needed it to continue to drive, man. What more do y'all want to see? Like, what more does he have to do, man? He's the best quarterback. No argument. I don't care about Justin Herbert. I don't care about Josh Allen, man. And after he kills it again this year, you're not going to have an excuse because he don't got any top wide receivers.
Any top receivers. No top receivers. Only Travis Kelce.
That's it. But watch. Once he starts going off, oh, bro, he got Juju Smith-Schuster. He got Travis Kelce. McCole Hardman is good. MVS is great. Like, okay. Yeah, nobody's saying that right now, but I just want y'all to remember that when you know the season come and my boy putting up numbers, man. I should have called them again last week. They let me down, so I didn't want to pick them again for the podcast. But I threw them in a parlay with the Ravens. Another bet that hit, extra cash. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I had to hold that one out on you guys. You know, if you want to hit me up on the side, maybe you could get my VIP fix.
VIP.
You know what I'm saying? But man, Chiefs look good. I'm just excited. I'm just ready for the season to start, man. At this point, I'm guessing week 3 we got Green Bay. I don't know how we're gonna finish with that one because I feel like Jordan Love might get a lot of that game. And once Mahomes goes out, I don't know if our defense will be able to hold up because Jordan Love is actually looking pretty good. But I would guess that usually every last preseason game so far, Andy lets Mahomes and them get the full first half. But we're going to see. The way they've been driving the ball, they have another 2 long drives. I wouldn't be surprised if he sits them again. Like, you're seeing everything you want to see. Everybody's touching the ball. So, at that point, yeah, just rest them. And Week 1, they got us as -3 favorites in Arizona. Hammer that in right now. Get it before everybody picks it and boosts the lineup and it goes to 3.5 or 4. Just hammer that in right now. -3 Chiefs. First week. I'll remind y'all again the week of, but I'm letting y'all know right now. Go ahead and lock that in, man.
Lock that shit in, man.
Next up, we got the Bucks and the Titans, man. Leak Willis. Yeah, I let you get at it first, man. Woo! Tannehill, he's on your heels, man.
Yeah, he's right there on the edge, man. Edge of greatness, man. I mean, Tannehill better watch out. That's all I'm gonna say. Cause shit, you keep on saying, you ain't gonna do this and that for him. You ain't gonna coach him up with something like that. Shit, all right, he gonna come for that position. He gonna come for that spot. So, hey, he better watch out. I know, my friend Ashton, he been talking up the receiver Kyle Phillips. So, also wanna watch out for him. Someone was playing, my bad.
Oh, it's good. I can edit that. But 3, 2, 1.
All right, yeah, but yeah, like I was saying, my friend Ashton, he been talking up Kyle Phillips, so watch out for him. Still got Traylon Burks, but yeah, nah, man, Malik Willis, he looked decent, he looked good.
Yeah, he did. He had They also got this tight end they drafted who they're banking on being pretty good, Okongwo, and that's actually who Willis threw his touchdown pass to. And I was just so impressed with Malik Willis's touchdown because, like I said last week, one of Vrabel's problems with him last week is he wasn't going through his reads and he wasn't letting the ball go, and that's what they want to see from him. They got to the red zone. His first look wasn't open. His second look wasn't open. He didn't panic and run. He went to his third option, really check 1, check 2, check 3, stayed in the pocket, feet were good, and drilled a dart in between 3 people to Okongwo for a touchdown. It's like,
Yeah,
that's just a glimpse. Like, he's just scratching the surface. Like, he still don't even really know what he's doing yet, for real. But once he figures it out and learns NFL football and learns that system, it's going to be scary in Tennessee, especially if they still, have a couple good years of Derrick Henry and that offensive line. Man, he's up and coming, and I know you got your boys. It could be a nice little rivalry for who's taking the AFC South for years to come between him and Davis Mills. If Davis Mills is, franchise QB1. And I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a nice little rivalry coming up, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're going back to them Titans and Texans days back then when they had what's his name, that the running back, and then
CJ2K.
CJ2K.
Chris Johnson was he was a beast.
Man, a beast, a monster. But yeah, no, I can definitely see that going back to them days. AFC South it's been down a couple of years, but it's slowly rising. It's some young guys out there, man. Some young good quarterbacks, and I just can't wait to see. Can't wait. Also want to see the Jazz get like a little bit. They still young, but I want to see them get a little bit more better. But Trevor Lawrence, man, I think he might have a decent year this year. So,
see, I was actually one of my homeboys in my fantasy draft was talking about him, and he was talking about, yeah, man, the Jazz are gonna be cold this year. T-Law going off. Christian Kirk, wide receiver 1. I was like, I don't know. I hear you. I don't know about that one, but we'll see. Like I said, I still personally don't have them making too much noise, but we'll see. I did want to pick up Travis Etienne in my fantasy draft, but a dude took him like 2 picks before me. I got stuck with the last pick and first pick of each round, so I was literally about to pick him up because it was like on the like round 11 or 12, and I was like, he was still on the board, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna pick him up, and then they took him 2 picks.
That'd have been a nice ass pickup because he's gonna have a good year. He gonna start off very well because James Robinson, he's not really like 100% yet, so he gonna have to work his way back up. But once he get there, they should be splitting carries, or it should be like a 60-40 to Travis Etienne favor. But Travis, he should get like at least like 4 or 5 weeks in to see to show like what he can do. And I mean, hey, if he crush it, then shit, J
Spot's
Rob
probably
who?
his.
Yeah, J Rob who? That's how I
Yeah,
see it.
I mean they gonna play him because they took him in the first round with their first pick after Trevor Lawrence last year. He just got injured, unfortunately. So you take a running back that high, you're gonna use him. So
For
as
sure.
long as he's doing what he's supposed to do, that spot's probably definitely his. But the Bucks, not too much to talk about them. They only scored 3 points. It was a low scoring game in total, but the good news is for Tampa Bay, Tom Brady is reportedly coming back early this week. And my dumbass self skipped him in my my fantasy draft because I didn't know, and I was really thinking bro was headed for retirement and just not saying nothing after our discussion last week. But no, of course, the next day it comes out. Reports are Tabo's back. He's reporting back early this week, so I missed on that one. I should have picked him up because for whatever reason in my fantasy draft, dudes just started taking quarterbacks in round 2. So Herbert, Mahomes, all the good picks, they were all gone. I got Kirk Cousins, funny enough, and I'm not a Kirk Cousins fan, but for this year, I'm rooting for him. I hope Kevin O'Connell can turn some things around for him.
They said that offense they're gonna be passing a lot more. So
I'm hoping so. I hope he go for 4,500, 35 touchdowns. He got the weapons.
yeah, he definitely got the weapons to do so.
Yeah,
He
so
got JJ over there, KJ Osborne,
Thielen looking good again.
Thielen
Dalvin
looking
Cook.
good.
So hopefully he do his thing, man. But next up, clap it up.
Yes,
One of
sir.
them games, man. One of them games, man. What am I got? Cam, what did you tell them, man? What did you
Hey
tell them?
man. Hey man. Watch out for them Las Vegas Raiders, man. Watch out for them boys, man. I'm trying to tell you. I know you don't want to hear it. I know you don't want to hear that. I know you don't want to hear that, man. I know you don't want to hear that, but hey, man. AFC West champs, man. Coming soon. Coming soon. Coming soon.
And this is where we end the podcast. Nah, man. My man told y'all to lock it in. Raiders ML
Lock that shit in, man.
at 120. Great odds. Could have locked in the 1-point favorite because they covered that by 1 point.
Yeah.
Boys won by 2. It was a nail biter, but they got it done. Man, y'all gonna learn to listen to us. Y'all don't know it just yet, but y'all gonna learn, man. We just gonna keep bringing y'all the best picks, and sooner or later, y'all gonna realize, dang, I'm missing out on free money because we giving y'all free game, man. We not charging y'all.
And then boom, VIP. now I gotta pay.
Now y'all gotta pay. Man, listen to us, man. We know a thing or two. That's why we on here. That's why we started this podcast, man. Boy, told y'all to lock it in. Raiders got the dub. Brought it home 15-13. It looked good. Still doing the thing. I don't know about AFC West champs. You gonna see about that one, but man,
it's a hot take, guys. It's a hot take because some of my friends was like what? Like, throw the whole podcast. But you talking about Las Vegas Raiders go win that division? Man. It's a hot take. So if they don't win it, it was a hot take. Okay, don't kill me.
Oh man, but they got us. They won us some money this week, so I love them this week. They won us some money. On the flip side, man, like I was talking about the last episode in Miami, Skylar Thompson out of K-State. Man, I know, like we said, me and Cam discussed this during the week because I was texting him about Skylar Thompson. Yes, he playing second and third string, so we're hoping this week in the last preseason game, they say forget Teddy Bridgewater and let him get some second team reps at the very least. Because, man, he is looking amazing. This week, he went 9 for 10, 129, 1 touchdown. And when he was going off, I was like, dang, he's really about to ruin our pick. And we're going to be off to an 0-2 start with them in the Saints. Luckily, the Raiders pulled out. But, man, Skylar Thompson looks good. And Tua don't figure it out.
Hey, all right now.
At this point, they got so many weapons, and he's looking so good. If worse goes the worst, if I'm Mike McDaniel, fuck it, Skylar, go show us what you can do.
Yeah.
At this point, let us because that at that point they'll just let us know: do we need to go draft a quarterback, or maybe we got something here in this steal of a pick? He's been balling, and he looked good. Tua did finally play this week. I guess since they made Tyreek the highest paid receiver in the league, they're not even testing him because they don't want to get him injured. So Tyreek still didn't play. Tua looked okay, 6 for 8, 58 yards. You know what he is, Mr. Check Down. Even though they say he got an arm and he the most accurate quarterback. The offense didn't do anything when he was on the field, so that's not. I mean, again, it's preseason, but you probably would have liked to see them at least march down the field and get a score. That didn't happen. They went 3 and out, and I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, I did see flashes of Chase Edmonds out the backfield. I think he threw one to him. Obviously found his target, Jasicki. And what's the name they got from Dallas, I want to say?
Oh, yeah, Cedric Wilson, right? Is it Cedric?
Yeah. Maybe it wasn't him I seen because I'm looking here and I don't see him. I could have sworn I seen him. But they did have a receiver, Azu Kanama.
He went off.
I don't even know how to pronounce it, but he went off. 6 receptions, 114 yards. That's some numbers, even though it is preseason. So he's definitely probably going to solidify him a roster spot. But like I said, the one person you didn't want to see, Tua, he looked like Tua from what we've seen these past 2 years. But maybe, when they get Tyreek and Waddle in there, things will change. So
definitely.
So we'll see. But before we move on, we got about 6-7 more games, or 3, 5, 6 more games to cover to finish recap of 2. Before we do that, I'm gonna take a little break here. And while we take a break, I'm gonna slide in one of my homeboys, up and coming R&B artist by the name of Quintell, man. That's Quentell. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. If y'all like R&B or hip hop and y'all mess with that vibe, go check him out, man. You're gonna want to check him out right now because he's up and coming, like I said. But one day, coming soon, it's not even a question of if, it's just a question of when.
When, yeah.
The man is gonna blow up. He's already opened up for a number of stars at my college's homecoming this past year. He opened up for Wale. He just opened up for another artist by the name of Kenny a couple weeks ago. Man just keeps booking shows, keeps dropping music. I'm telling y'all, man, if you want to jump on the train now, imagine that as if it was a stock. And, like the dudes who didn't believe in Bitcoin or Amazon or Apple way back when, and they didn't want to put their money in, and then the stock blew up. Same idea here with my guy Quintell. So I'm going to drop a little snippet of one of his songs. It's dropping this Friday, August 26th, titled OMH. He blessed the boy with a 30-second snippet. I'm going to share with you guys, man. I'm going to link everything in the YouTube description. I'll link him in the tweet when this podcast goes out. But y'all definitely want to check him out. Once again, that is Quintell, Quentell, on all music platforms, man. So check that here.
Lady, I can't get you out my head, out my head. Oh, I can't get you out my head, out my head. I can't get you, no. I can't get you, no. I can't get you, I can't get you, no. It's like you came from.
Welcome back to the podcast. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that snippet of my guy Quintell. Telling y'all, dude is up next in the R&B game. Vocals are off the charts. Dude can sing his ass off. Stay tuned. Be on the lookout for him, especially if you fuck with R&B music. And even if you don't, if you want to try something new out, man, go give my guy a listen. I believe he's got one album and one EP out already and a couple of singles. And he's got an album on the way, which I'm sure this single that I just showed y'all is going to be headlining, man. Check him out, man. But with that being said, back to the podcast. Continuing this week 2 recap. 49ers and Vikings up next. Not too much to talk about this game. Nobody's starters played. The 49ers saw what they wanted to see in Trey Lance last week. We'll see if he gets any time this upcoming week. But he sat out. Kirk Cousins and them boys on the other side obviously sat out. So it was a game of backups. And all offseason, I've been hearing, I've been hearing rumblings and whispers about Kellen Mond and, Kirk Cousins don't get together. They have something in Kellen Mond.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
I do not know about that one, man. He had
know.
2 god-awful picks this past week.
Straight ass.
And it was just like, what the fuck? Why would you even throw that? One of them, receiver ran a fade route, and clearly the safety is helping over the top. And I guess Mon just did not see him because he literally lofted the ball, and the ball was in the air. Excuse me. The ball was in the air for like 4 seconds, just hanging in the air, and the safety just ran. He jogged over there and just went and picked it up. And that's the one I sent to you. And you're like, what the fuck? Like,
what the fuck?
He's so garbage. Like, I don't know what's up with him. 10 for 20, 82 yards, 2 interceptions. And he didn't look too great week 1. So, I mean, if he wanted to solidify the backup role, he's not even doing a good job of that.
Right now, he probably won't make the roster now. Shit.
He won't. And, well, I mean, he might, because I don't know what their quarterback room looks like for real. Yeah. Sean Mannion, he looked better, I guess. I don't know. They both he didn't have 2 picks. He went 10 for 15, so not like better, but he didn't have turnovers. So he might be giving the backup position to Mannion. On the flip side, like I said, Trey Lance didn't play. So Brock Purdy from Iowa State got most of the reps. He looked pretty decent, 14 to 23, 128. They didn't score, or he didn't have any passing touchdowns. Nate Sudfeld came in. He threw him a touchdown. But Tyrion Davis-Price, their draft pick out of LSU. I don't know if he'll get the starting role to start off, man. But he's a big back with some speed. I mentioned it when we talked about the NFC. In the Shanahan system, he could be nice farther in the season once he gets some more reps under his belt. He had 10 carries for 41 yards this week. Man, them running backs in Shanahan system is scary. Like,
it's scary because he got a committee.
It's running back by committee, and whoever they plug in is going to put up numbers, and he's got all the tools to be one of those key feature backs. So keep a lookout on him, man. He can help, make some noise with Trey Lance and all them other weapons on the offense that they already have. Like I said, wasn't too much to touch on there in that game. 49ers take it 17-7. Next up, another low-scoring game. Steelers, Jaguars. And, hey, man. Kenny Pickett, he's making a great case to be starter week 1. I don't know how they feel about Mitchell Trubisky and Mason Rudolph, but Mason Rudolph played himself a nice game too. So, I mean, he didn't necessarily lose a position, but Kenny Pickett,
he don't look bad.
He was playing against the starters too. So, like, exactly what you want to see. And, hey, man, if Rudolph and Trubisky don't get it together to start off the season, I would see them easily flipping that switch and like, hey, Pickett, offense is yours. Let's go see what we have. It's the reason we drafted you. Yeah. Hometown kid. I mean, none of the quarterbacks necessarily look bad. It's just Kenny had a 151 QBR this week. Ridiculous. 6 for 7, 1 touchdown. Like, he's getting it done. And like I said, obviously they bring in Trubisky and they have Mason Rudolph, and so they want to give them the roles because of experience. And I don't think Pickett has been playing necessarily the best in practice. But if he's going to be a game time performer, like AI said, practice. We talk about practice. Not the game. Not the game. Practice. Hey, man, Kenny Pickett, he might be the guy. And then guy we was talking about earlier on the other side of the ball, he had him a nice little moment. That boy T-Law hit the defender with the Matumbo finger whack.
Went right over
It was a
him.
dangerous throw.
Yeah, it was a thing honestly, it really should have been picked.
It should have been picked. Dude just missed time to jump. But we're gonna say, now T-Law doing his thing. We're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. He looked good this weekend, 14 of 21, 133. So some major progression that you want to see. He looked good. Like we said, Travis Etienne was getting a heavy load of the carries to start off. Christian Kirk, look, I mean, they paid him to be wide receiver 1. He had 5 catches, so
Better be wide receiver 1. All that money he got.
better be, because he broke the damn market.
Yeah, shit, he really did. Shit's ridiculous.
So
For fucking Christian Kirk. It's like, why him?
I have no idea, but yeah, man. So with all the offseason headlines in Jacksonville, what you want to see as fans, you saw this week. Hopefully, they keep it going. I'm gonna assume they're gonna get a good amount of game time week 3 to brush up before week 1. Man, like I said, I'm just excited for week 1. I mean, I just want to get this week 3 out of the way.
Let's go September.
Let's just get to September so we can lock in these picks, kill the bookies in Vegas, and just watch some good football where all the starters are playing, man. But Jacksonville looked good. They unfortunately lost 16-15, but that's their backups losing. You saw what you wanted to see out of their first unit, and it shows, they can move forward and keep building there. Next up, man. Woo! You know what, man? I got some positive things to say about the boys this weekend, man. Cowboys dubbed the LA Chargers, that is 32-18, man.
Look good.
I knew, dude, because I watched Big 12 football, because I'm a fan of OU for Big 12 football. So I already knew of Cavante Turpin out of TCU. Dude had been a talent. He really should have been in the league, but he got into some trouble his last year at TCU, got kicked off the team. That ruined his draft stock. He was playing in I think it was that spring football league or the other one.
What's the USFL? I thought it was
USFL,
like that, huh?
yeah, the USFL. He was making some headlines there. He made it back onto the NFL roster in Dallas, right there in Fort Worth, right across the way from he's in Arlington, but he was right across the way at Fort Worth at TCU. So he's back in a place he knows well. Dude touched the ball 3 times this weekend. He had 2 touchdowns. First one, because I was watching that game. First one, I just looked up and I caught his kick return halfway through and seen him. And then when they punted it to him, I was like, bro, no way they punted it to him after they already got the kick return. I was like, y'all really gonna give him another shot? I was like, he's about to break this again. And sure enough, there he goes. Was in a foot race. I don't even think he got touched in the punt return. He was in a foot race with the punter, and he's gonna win that. Dude's a former. I'm pretty sure I think he ran track too at TCU. He's got wheels.
Oh man, he got a sprinter on him, boy. He's flying,
and he solidified. I mean, if the Cowboys know what's good for them, he should have solidified the kick returner and punt returner role right there.
Yeah, right there.
Let him play again, sure, but I don't think they need to see anybody else at the position. That is his position. Man, dude was electric. Now, it's funny because now I got a knock on y'all just because. The Cowboys fans be like, well, no, man, we got another weapon. We can use him with Dak. Like, we're going to be great. I don't know about that.
Okay.
But special teams, man, he's got it covered. He got everything y'all want to see, man. Dallas, I mean, the backups look good. Still haven't seen Dak and them boys. I don't think we will see Dak at all. Maybe next week. Who knows? But haven't really seen any of the starters. Jalen Tolbert looked better. He had 2 receptions for 25. One of those the majority came on 1 reception for 19 yards. Nice little catch. On the flip side, Los Angeles, Stick wasn't looking too great. He did have a touchdown. Also had a bad interception. Chase Daniel, the veteran, the master finesser, whoever his agent is, deserves
all
the utmost praise because this man has gotten paid as a career backup.
Crazy.
For I think he's been in the league 13 years now. I still remember him playing at Mizzou back when they were in the Big 12 and he had them in the Big 12 championship. Man, he was able to, they had him playing basically the whole second half. He did his thing. He threw himself a touchdown, but like you said, special teams is the third fastest of the game, and it can win or lose you games.
Game, yep.
Kevontae Turpin won that game for Dallas, man, and
For sure.
he looked great doing it. Because them 2 touchdowns alone damn near beat LA by himself. So he did his thing. Like I said, McCarthy, smart. That position is his. No questions about it. And on LA, they I believe they got a new special teams coach this year because special teams was a problem last year. That doesn't look good. Like they definitely were on their ass this morning coming into film room like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all got some stuff y'all need to fix, man. Next up, another round of applause, man. It's your boy here, man. What did I tell y'all, man? Told y'all. It was a nail biter. But trust me, man. I got y'all. I wouldn't lead y'all nowhere down no wrong path. Eagles, man. Eagles in mail, -155. I hope y'all locked it in, man. Because I did, and we cashed out. We cashed the fuck out, man. Eagles versus Browns. They won 21-20 by the skin of their teeth. But that's why I didn't take the -3. Took the ML, played it safe. Because I knew
got it done.
They were playing backups the whole game, but I had faith that Gardner Minshew and company was going to get them off to a good start, which they did. They had them down 14-0 at one point, turned into 14-10. Should have been 21-10 or 17-10, but Sirianni chooses to go for it on a goal-to-go situation with 2 minutes left in the half with Minshew and company. Couldn't be mad at the decision. Wish it would have been a little bit of better play call. And Minshew didn't make a great read. It almost turned into a pick six. Corner just dropped the football. And then Cleveland goes down with 2 minutes, marches all the way down the field. I thought they were about to score a touchdown. I was like, dang, this might be the game right here. And the corner comes up with the game-saving tackle on Dobbs, hits him out of bounds. They settle for a field goal, so Eagles go up into the half 14-13. And all they needed was one touchdown in the second half to seal it. Got it done, man. We giving y'all the picks for free, man.
Man, it's free. It's free money. Take it.
Free money. Take it.
Take it and run it to the bank, man.
Take it. Cash out on the bank. Cash out on your bookie, man. We trying to tell y'all, man. We trying to set y'all up for greatness. Put a little bit of extra cash in your pocket, man. If you just listen to us. But next game, man. Bengals and Giants. And I will say, your boy Danny Dimes, he actually looked decent this week.
Yes, sir. My boy, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, man, he looked good. He did have one interception, but it was not his fault. He threw an on-target pass off the tight end's hands, ricocheted into an interception. But, man.
That'd be worse.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. But he went 14 for 16, 116 yards. So, definitely looked much better from week one. Kenny Gallaudet still wasn't doing anything, so I don't know what they're going to do with him in New York. But Dable came out and said this week in a press conference, actually today, was saying, he communicates with Daniel Jones every day. The communication's getting better. He's finding out what plays he likes, what plays he doesn't. And, it's going to take time. He even alluded to back when he first started with Josh Allen. There's plays that they were running last year that they didn't or couldn't run back when he first started with him. So it's just like a growing thing. You got to learn the timing, got to get the right receiver groups in there. Like it all comes with time, man. It was a positive note to build on this week. They got another dub. And no, you wanted to see Daniel Jones look good. He came out, he looked good. Nothing more you could ask for. Also, they had two receivers that looked really good. Alex Bachman or Boschman, however you want to pronounce it, and David Sills out of West Virginia. Mm-hmm. They both were snagging a lot of catches. Bachman had 11 for 122. Sills had 5 for 56. Kenny Gallaudet not going to produce, man. Put them young receivers in there.
Put them in, man. That's what they
gotta have. Somebody's going to catch for Daniel Jones at the least. And so New York wins 25-22. Bengals on the other side, they're not playing nobody. Burrow's still healing up. they'll be ready week 1, I'm sure. I forgot who they have week 1, but I'm gonna look at them. I might have to sprinkle on them just cause. But that brings us to our last game, man. Kim, let them know, man.
Hey man, say man. What is like 24 in a row now?
I think they're at 22. But
Oh,
it's a record. It's a record though. 22.
Hey man,
Open your ears.
Man, how many times we gotta tell y'all this? We giving y'all free money. Take this shit to the bank. It's easy money. Take this shit to the bank, man. Hey man, for the rest of my life now, I am betting on the Baltimore Ravens to win every single preseason game because they are literally either gonna win it or it's gonna be a very close game. So
as long as they got Huntley as a backup, I'm taking them.
Taking it.
And there's been reports out this whole week, people in the locker room, like Mark Andrews, people saying on a few, not obviously every team, but on a couple of teams in this league, Huntley would be a starter. It's just, he happens to be behind Lamar Jackson. But man, he's nice. He's damn near just a lesser version of Lamar, but he does the same stuff. And Isaiah Likely, I couldn't remember his name last podcast, but that's the tight end I was referring to on Baltimore. Their new draft pick out of Coastal Carolina.
Ooh.
He might be the steal of the draft this year, the way it's looking. Because you already know Mark Andrews is going to be drawing attention. Rashad Bateman's probably going to be drawing attention. Isaiah Likely is going to get a lot of playing time. And I think he's going to be one of Lamar's go-to targets.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He's a better receiver than Mark Andrews, man. This guy is, oh my God, he's like a magnet to the ball. He's excellent. He's been having a great preseason, a great camp. Ooh, him and Mark Andrews are going to be a problem.
I don't know. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure. If not, it's in the range. But I saw a stat, and I want to say he's been targeted 14 times in the preseason over these 2 weeks. He has 14 catches and 2 touchdowns. Dude is balling. Like, what more do y'all need to see? Like, I'm telling y'all, man, listen to us. Because I'm sure he's going to have a lot of good plus money odds for some of his props. Mm-hmm. Once his name gets out there, man. He's going to be a guy Lamar relies on, man. And he is looking damn good. Cannot complain. Boys were up 24-3. And I texted my guy. I was like, man, it's a great week. We done went 5-1 on the picks. Ravens -5 cover. Ravens and Mel. Raiders and Eagles already caught the dub. The Saints, they hold us, but it is what it is. And then the Ravens go to their third string quarterback. At this point, it's 24-10. And Kyler Murray has begun calling the plays. Cliff Kingsbury, they did not score a touchdown with him calling plays. Kyler Murray called the plays midway through the third quarter for the rest of the game. They score. Literally, the first play once the Ravens get the ball back, I think his name is Brown, the third string QB. He throws a interception in their own territory. Next 2 plays, I think his name's Guantaro or something. He's out of Tennessee. I remember watching him at Tennessee back in the day. But Guantano throws another touchdown. Or I think he runs this one in or something. Now it's 24-17 with 6 minutes left in the game. And I'm like, bro.
Man,
now I'm texting him like,
blow it.
I might have jinxed it. I think the Ravens are going to blow it. How ironic, the week we telling everybody to pick them because they don't lose in the preseason. And at this point, I'm scared about my -5 cover too because I'm like, if Arizona is able to score and the Ravens still win, but it's by a field goal, they completely blow the -5 cover. But man, that defense got some clutch stops when we needed them. And this is what I was talking about earlier in the episode. They turned the ball over on downs because Arizona did get the ball back. The Ravens got to stop. But Arizona has 2 timeouts, and it's like 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the game. So they obviously run every down. But Arizona does not call not one single timeout to stop the clock. I figured just for, players' sake, you want to get as much looks as possible, give everybody as much opportunity as possible. I figured they would have used those 2 timeouts, got the ball back with like 40 seconds and, tried their luck. But Cliff Kingsbury, I guess, said fuck it. And just let the clock do it out. I'm not complaining because they wanted me the money.
Money, yeah.
Oh, man.
Bring me my money.
Bring me my money. But come on, man. Where's the winning football attitude?
I don't know, man. He's weird.
He's weird. Dude is not good, man. I'm gonna keep telling y'all that. And it sucks because Kyler, obviously he gotta back him because that's his coach. But he's like, he was in an interview on the sidelines in the game talking about, him and Cliff are in it together. They came in together. Cliff is the one who was so big on drafting, which is true, but he can't coach at the end of the day. And Kyler's never gonna go anywhere with him as a coach.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it is what it is, man. That wraps up week 2, NFL preseason. 5-1. We're gonna drop another episode later this week, giving y'all some more preseason picks that we think you lock in. You already know which one you need to lock in.
Oh yeah, you already
if
know
you're
what's
listening. The Ravens have who do they have this week? They have the Washington Commanders -6.
Ooh, I might max bet that one.
Man, lock it in, man. ML -6. Lock it in. At home, lock it the fuck in right now. If you're listening to this, whatever you betting on, just go lock it in right now. Don't waste any time. I'm trying to give you some money, man. It's gonna be NFL record 23 wins in a row. They're not losing.
They're not.
Knock on wood. They're not losing. It's our year.
It's our year, man. Our year.
And with that being said, like I said, that wraps up week 2, but we're not done yet. We got a few college football picks for y'all as a treat, man. We're also going to bring y'all maybe a couple more later in the week. We need to do some more research. But I believe we have 3 picks to lock in before we sign off this episode to give y'all. I have 2, and I believe Cam has 1. But first week of college football is back, man. So finally have some meaningful football back in our lives. Got another week of this preseason BS. Then we finally can get to the real NFL. But man, college football is back. I'm going to kick up my feet Saturday morning, watch me some college Saturday or, college Saturday live, whatever you want to call it. Watch all the pregame stuff or college game day. I had a brain fart there, but college game day, man. Corso and the boys. It's going to be a great day, man. And with that being said, I got 2 picks for y'all. Utah, -2.5. You can take it down to -2 if you want to. But they got those boys. They're playing Florida, I believe. Yes, they're playing Florida. I don't know why it's that low. And it's not even like Florida is a decent team, but they're not making no noise. Utah is returning 3 of their offensive line starters, returning quarterback, returning a lot of their defense. Their defense is always good. Offense was putting up numbers. They lost a key wide receiver, but they should be able to fill in. Returning their starting running back who went for over 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns. Utah -2.5, man. Lock it in. This is a steal of a pick. Trying to give y'all free game, man. 2.5. Take it to the bank. Utah Utes, man. Should have won the Rose Bowl last year if they didn't choke versus Ohio State. Lock it in, man. I'm telling y'all. Y'all gonna thank me later. Utah 2.5. I need it.
I need it.
Cam, you can give your pick and I'll finish off with mine, man. What? Tell them what you got cooking up.
Man, I'm gonna go with the home team, man. I'm gonna go with the UH Cougars, man. I ain't gonna do the spread. I'm gonna do money line because it should be a very, very close one. Playing against UTSA. UTSA, like we were just talking, they was about 12-1 last year. So they're a very good football team. I believe they have mostly everybody coming back. I know they lost that corner. I think that last name was Woodley or something like that. He had a crazy ass combine. I mean, he a freak of nature, but they lost him. But other than that, I pretty much think they got everybody coming back. But I just think UH is gonna be too much for them to handle. Should be a close game. Should go down to the wire. Yeah, man, I like UH money line. I wouldn't bet the spread because the spread is
5.5. I think
5.5. That's kind of a little bit up there for that.
They
for
might
that
win
game.
by 3-4, but
Yeah,
I think
So,
Houston
yeah.
should pull it out.
I think they'll pull up.
I'm with them on that one. So we got Utah 2.5, Houston ML, and drum roll, please. The third and final pick we're gonna give y'all before we sign off, man. It's actually a Sunday night game in the Superdome in New Orleans.
Woo.
LSU. It might as well be a home game. -3 versus Florida State, man. Brian Kelly's first game as the LSU head coach. Program should be back on the turnaround. He's a good coach.
Good coach, yeah.
Keyshawn, or was it Butte, I believe, star wide receiver back, man. Florida State hasn't won a primetime game since Jameis Winston days, man.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's in the Superdome. New coach, them fans are gonna be fired up. Florida State, I still don't think Florida State went on a win streak to end the year last year, but they were playing in the weak ass ACC.
Yeah.
So I'm still not a full believer in them. LSU -3, take it to the bank. It's a home game. They're gonna be fired up. They might, I don't want to jinx it, but they might win by double digits.
They might finish.
I think
Very much could be.
I think Brian Kelly's gonna get off to a great start, and they got a star wide receiver in Butte. I don't know who's officially starting at quarterback just yet, but I don't care, man. LSU -3, lock it in. The Florida State boys are not gonna be ready for that SEC team, man. I'm telling y'all, man. And with that, that's the end of this episode, man. And we're just giving the rundown one more time, Cam, just in case they're not listening to these free money giveaway, man.
It's free money, man. Listen to us. Take this shit to the bank. It's free picks. It's free money.
So
we really should have been 6-0. But the Saints hold us. But anyway,
we should have been 6-0.
Yeah, we 5-1, man. Look, man. If we gonna get that perfect record soon. It's coming soon.
It's coming, man. So Utah -2.5.
Yes.
What'd you say, Cam?
UH money line.
UH money line. LSU -3, man. Lock it in. I Need a Sports Podcast. Your kids from the neighborhood knocking on your door. Can we give you some more free money?
More, man. Damn.
That's an episode, man. It's a wrap. I hope y'all locked it in. I hope y'all listening, man. We out.
I need